Here we go, another time to make a mockery of the internet. Good afternoon, how are we doing, and welcome to another fine day on planet Earth, and welcome to the next vlog. Today we'll be talking about bikes because if you're unaware, we seem to be in a bit of a pandemic at the minute where cycling is the only thing you can really do because it doesn't involve meeting other people, going to the pub or going outside. Today I'm going to bring you the top 10 things I've learned since becoming a road cyclist in May, I guess. Your bike is your best friend. It's one of them friends that you don't speak to a lot, but when you do speak to them or you see them, you spend a lot of time and you grow feelings for each other. My bike doesn't mean the world to me. What I mean by this is if you're cycling along and you're having a bit of a bad day in the saddle and you start swearing at your bike, somehow your bike has some way of knowing and it punches you either with a mechanical, a loud like crunching noise, or it just starts hating you, or other acts of God will start torturing you. The wind, you might set out on a sort of a nice calm day, have a bit of a swear about your bike, and then before you know it, you're in hurricane conditions. Be nice to your bike, that's what I'm trying to say. Number 2, this hobby starts off cheap and gets expensive. I mean, your first and most expensive investment will probably be your actual bike. I spent 750 quid on mine. It was a really good bargain, but since then things are starting to get a bit more expensive. My desire and taste in cycling and other parts of cycling, mainly clothing, has gone up from the days of DHB to I now look at Castelli being the gold, the top brand. If you don't know what Castelli is, it's like the top end cycling stuff where you can buy a pair of gloves for like 40 quid, but you could get them from like DHB for about £10. I only know that because I've made the mistake. Number 3, you generally start getting quite a collection of stuff in your wardrobe, like your cycling stuff, and you sort of start developing a bit of a taste for summer clothing and winter clothing. Let me demonstrate. Summer clothing, winter clothing. So there we are. They are the two types of clothing that you probably wear. Yeah, you'll notice half your wardrobe sort of starts becoming a bit of a cycling sort of half, if that makes sense, and all the other clothes start seeming a bit irrelevant. Here's an interesting fact about cycling shorts, bib shorts, and they're called tights, bib tights. Bib tights, I think that's what I've just called them. But you don't actually wear boxer shorts in them because that's caused a thing called VPL, which is not official, but it's called visible panty line. I'm guessing it's an American phrase. Yeah, that you don't want to see your boxer shorts through your bib shorts. They're tight enough, they are. You start sort of changing your life depending on the weather. I don't know if I'm just talking to myself here, but for whatever reason, when it's like kind of like windy, I just don't go on my bike because I'm not a big bloke. I'm only 8 stone, no, just. So the slightest gust of wind, it literally has me off my bike like that. I actually remember cycling up the road near where I live, and I don't know why I keep going dark. I'm like, camera, what are you doing? I was cycling up the road and actually some wind blew me off my bike, which is quite embarrassing, really. You start becoming a bit obsessed with your technology, and every number counts. Strava is probably the first thing you'll use as a cyclist because it's where you can show up all your cycling knowledge and power and routes to your mates. At some point you'll probably hit the stage where you want to start doing longer rides, probably about 60 miles. That's for some reason that's a good one, a good length apparently. Probably because it's 100k. And everyone apparently works in kilometres. I'm doing personal works in miles. Yeah, you might want to invest in what we call a bike computer. So this is a Wahoo Element Bolt. No, it's not a Bolt, it's a Roam. And now we're just waiting for it. And on here you can load routes from your phone onto your Element Roam. It even says Roam on it, and I said Bolt. That's quite embarrassing. I'm sorry, Wahoo. And it gives you directions, which is very handy. I'll show you some clips from my ride in summer. I don't think this ride ever actually made it onto YouTube. I don't know why. well, I just kept getting lost. I actually remember chucking my my phone into my rucksack with Google Maps, and every so often I'd have like some Australian, yeah, I don't know why my phone's got Australian voices for Google, I'm sorry. Right, take the next lift, fella. Yeah, that's my really bad impression of an Australian, I'm sorry. Yeah, that's why I decided after that exact cycle ride, after sort of getting lost so many times, to invest in one of these. And you can install maps. Install maps? Can I get, it probably shows you a map on here. It does, here we go. So it actually knows, I'm not sure if this is all the models or not. It's right, a bit of reflection of my lights. It shows you where you are. There is a limitation to this, and I found this out the other day. If you go the wrong way, and then you're in an area where there's little signal or no signal, your computer gets a bit confused. It starts sort of like beeping at you to do stuff, and it sort of glitches. I had this for a good 6 miles because it thought it had gone the wrong way and I didn't have phone signal. So that is a bit of a limitation. And then I had a no maps data error, which is it's a new one. I've never had a no maps data error up until the other day. Other things to enhance your riding, I'm quite embarrassed to show this, to be honest, this is I actually have the box here because I brought it the other day, is a Garmin Varia RTL 515, and if you don't know what that means, to be fair, not many people are going to know what that means. It's a bike radar, so it sits on the back of your bike like that, and it scans, it has a light on it, a very, very bright light indeed, so much to the point I'm actually going to turn it off so it doesn't blind me. And it scans a road, so you're driving along or cycling along, and it scans a road and it lets you know when a car is coming, and it comes onto this thing here and it will alert you. I will show you some footage of that now. Winter riding, I've learned this, is a lot different to summer riding because often we have fog or mist. Visibility can be a bit at a low, so having one of these really just does help sort of keeping an eye on what's happening behind you, so you're not going to sort of like veer out in front of a car. Other things, talking about winter riding, you now got me on the winter riding subject. The difference in road surface. So this is an example of what it's like in summer. Very dry roads. The only thing you're really going to pick up is dust and occasional bits of grit. And then this is winter riding where it's muddy, horrible. Mud actually gets over everything. So imagine this sits above my back wheel and it literally just spits mud all over here. My bike is absolutely covered. So yeah, you will end up spending a lot of time sort of cleaning your bike over winter. Like after every ride, you end up giving your noble steed a tender bit of love because mud. They say a dirty bike's an unhappy bike, or it's not a good bike. To be fair, I'm sorry, bike. My bike downstairs is absolutely caked in mud from my ride on Saturday, but I will get round to clean that. Don't you worry. If you're picking a bike, this is my personal experience. If you're picking a bike, pick disc brakes. Disc brakes are your friend. So a disc brake is very different to a mechanical caliper. So a caliper sort of just pinches the rim of the wheel. They're very good for dry, hot countries because you're not going to pick a lot of grit up there. If you go to Spain, their roads are very flat tarmac, lovely. If you come to the UK, our roads are not so flat tarmac lovely. They are the roads that are generally flat tarmac and lovely are the motorways, and road cyclists aren't really welcome on there. We're not built for them kind of roads. We're country lane lovers. Well, I am. I probably love country lanes because I live in the countryside. But yeah, my recommendation is get hydraulic, or I say hydraulic disc brakes. That's what mine are, or just disc brakes in general, because they use a separate wheel. If you can imagine a separate wheel to brake on, so they're not actually braking on the rims of your wheels, so they're not going to accidentally, like your pads act like this, so they squeeze the wheel. They're not going to start rubbing grit into the side of the wheel, which you don't want, especially if you've got carbon fibre. So that's that. If you're new to the world of road cycling, hang on in there. Like, okay, it's a learning curve. There's so much you need to learn when you first start. But after a few miles on the bike, you won't believe how quickly miles add up, by the way. Like, I've had my bike 6 months now, 7 months, and I'm now hitting 1,000 miles. I'm not on my bike every day. I'm on it like once a week, depending where. And I like to do nice long rides, see my mates, go out with a group. It's good social sport. As cyclists, we like to be sociable. And yeah, so if you're new to road biking, I highly recommend just like bear with it. Like maybe there's another channel they won't even notice me saying this, that you probably want to have a look at. It's called GCN, it's called Global Cycling Network. It's a YouTube channel, and they just go for absolutely everything to do with road bikes. They're really good videos, very helpful. Certainly what I used when I was learning how to do different things. And yeah, if you've got any questions, whatever, I mean, I'm not the best. I'm definitely not any sound by Bradley Wiggins or anything like that. Like, just comment below or just go to GCN. If you liked this video, please remember to give it a big fat thumbs up. If you didn't, don't do anything. Please subscribe, comment, whatever, and I will catch you in the next vlog in a few weeks' time.